Knowing how to clean and manipulate your text and kind of make it do what you want it to do is one of the foundations of working in any spreadsheet. So I'm going to show you several ways to do this in Google Sheets, because after all, who the heck wants to read this? So first thing we're going to do is split. And splitting is exactly as it sounds. You're splitting text based off of something. And the something is what we call a delimiter in the spreadsheet world. And a delimiter is just whatever character you want it to be. So for example, I can type in equals split, and then the text that I want to split is the name, and then the delimiter. So in this case, we have a space between the two different parts of the text. So I'm simply going to put quote, space, quote, press enter, and now that text is split based off of that space. So basically what it's doing is it's replacing that space, and that space is going away entirely, and instead it's being split into two different columns, or however many columns there are within that row. And this will split on every single space. So for example, we have somebody that has two first names, so it's being split into three different columns instead of two. There's not really a good way that I know of to handle when there's two first names or two last names and the same delimiter is used throughout. So that's something you might have to change manually, but it's minimal work compared to splitting everything manually. If you delete this row, everything's going to delete as well. So whenever you want to fix values, you can select the cells, copy them, then go to paste special, values only, and now instead of having the formulas here in column B, we have the fixed values of what was done. So now we can get rid of the names and those are still there. Now an even easier way is you can simply click right here on column A, go to data, split text to columns. And when you do that, it will ask you what delimiter you want to use or what separator. In this case, it's a space, and when you do that, it automatically does it for you. So realistically, this works the same exact way as it did before. The only difference is you don't have to do any formulas, paste values only, delete cells. It simply splits the text automatically. Now, the same problem exists where if you have two first names or two last names, it's going to split the same way. So the easiest way to identify when this happens is to simply add a filter, uncheck any blanks, and that will give you anything that you need to adjust manually. So I'm going to copy Josephina, paste it after Rowena, paste Flint, delete it, and now the first names and the last names are split exactly. All right, so that's split, but what about join? And there's a few different joins that you can do. There's the ampersand, and that's when you manually join things together with different cells or with different text. Join is a formula. Text join is also a formula. Concat, concatenate, all those are formulas. I'm going to show you how to do this in a second. And the one that you choose will really depend on your situation and really what you gravitate to. For example, I pretty much exclusively use ampersand and text join. I can't tell you the last time I've used concat or concatenate. Every once in a while I'll use join, but typically it's just these two. But there are times and place for all of them. So for example, we have a first name, a middle name, and a last name right here. If we were to use it, ampersand, it's simply joining the cells together. So if I were to select Alistair, ampersand, put whatever the delimiter is, so quote, space, quote, ampersand, select the cell, ampersand, quote, space, quote, ampersand, and Fox. And select the cell. Now when I press enter, we get the first name, the middle name, and the last name with a space between it. Now where this comes in handy is when you want to add something that doesn't already exist inside of a cell. So for example, I could put ampersand, quote, space, is great in the quote, and now it says Alistair G. Fox is great. This also gives you the ability to easily not include everything. So for example, if I didn't want the middle name, I could simply skip over that step, and now it says Alistair Fox is great. Now one thing to note is that with this, it does include blank cells. So even if it looks like there's not really much going on between Caspian and Rivers, it is including that cell. If I were to put a comma, you can see that comma right there. And that's why there's two spaces, so it looks a little bit off. And that's where this text join comes into play. But before I do that, I'm going to show you join. So we're going to type equals join, and this will do essentially the same exact thing that we did with the ampersand, just a little bit cleaner. So this is great when you're working with large data sets. Ampersand is more for just a couple of them. So we're going to put our delimiter, which is a space, and then we're going to select all three of these options. And we get that Alistair J. Fox right there. Now a delimiter is really anything you want it to be. So if you want it to be X, you can simply put X, and now you'll have an X in between every single one. If you have a blank, it's still going to include those blanks. In text join, on the other hand, you can remove those blanks. So we're going to put text join, put our delimiter, and it's going to work essentially the same way as the other ones. Ignore empty. We want that to be true, so that way it skips over any empty text. And then we'll put a comma and select the different options. So now if I go down here, you can see that Declan Murphy, there's one less space in between. So it's skipping over this cell entirely, unless there's something there. So if I put something there, it will be added. Concat joins two values together, so I could select A and C, and it will join everything together. With concat and concatenate, there is no way to add a delimiter. All you're doing is joining the contents of a cell together. But in my opinion, it's not really needed anymore, because if I wanted to, I could not put a space in between, and I get the same thing. So it's up to you if you use it or not. Concatenate is the same deal. The only difference is instead of only being able to do 2 values, you could do as many values as you want. So I could put all 3 right here, and it will join everything without any characters in between. Now, text cleaning is super simple. It's really just adding a formula. In some positions, we'll use this more times than others. It also depends on how dirty your data is when you receive it. More times than not, hopefully, you don't have to deal with it. But for all of our names, we have a bunch of different capitalizations, a bunch of lowercase. We have some kind of chaos that's happening here. So if we wanted to be just kind of the normal punctuation, we could put proper. And then that will give us the normal spelling for everything. And you can double click, and now everything is proper. Upper is exactly as it sounds. We're going to convert everything to uppercase. So I'm going to select that, and now everything is uppercase, double click it, and it works. Lower is exactly as it sounds. We're going to convert everything to lowercase. So everything is now lowercase. Now let's say that we have a bunch of different spaces in between. This looks a bit messy, so that's where trim comes into play. So we're going to type equals trim. Select that cell, and it's going to remove all the different duplicate spaces. Now, what if it's split between 2 different lines? You don't want that. You could type in equals clean, and it's going to remove that. So that way it's all in one line, and you can kind of join these different together. So you can say clean, trim, and let's go ahead and put proper in there too. So that's a good way to kind of join a bunch of these different cleaning all in one cell to be able to get it to look exactly as you want it to look. Now for substitute, what if we had $sign in there? You can't really clean $sign or trim it away, so that's where substitute comes into play. So I could type equals substitute. I want to search this text for a $sign. And I want to replace it with nothing. And now that $sign is gone, and everything is working as normal. And once again, you can add the different clean, trim, proper, all that fun stuff if you need to. For left, it's going to extract the specific number of characters that you tell it to from the left side. So we have Atticus Stone right here. What if I want to see the first 5 characters of the name? I can put comma 5, and it's going to extract the first 5 characters no matter where they land. Now for right, we're going to type equals right. And it's going to do the same exact thing. The only difference is instead of starting from the left side, it's starting from the right side. So we're going to say comma 4, so to extract the first 4 characters from the right side. And we have OONE, which is the last 4 of this. So just like that, you can extract the first number of characters that you want from the left side or the first number of characters you want from the right side. And you will use this quite often, especially when it comes to building some more advanced formulas or creating different unique values or things like that. Make sure to pay attention and practice with that. All right, so that's most of the cleaning formulas. But there are a bunch of functionalities similar to the split that we had where it split automatically without any formulas that we have built into Google Sheets. So for example, we have data cleanup. You can do cleanup suggestions, remove duplicates, and trim white spaces. Now before we do that, I'm going to do one more formula. So you can see right here we have Alistair Fox, we have all different names, and we have the count of how many times they appear inside this list. So we have a couple of 1s, we have a couple of 2s. If we want to see a list of all the duplicates, we can type equals unique and then select the range. And when we do that, it's going to provide the list of every single person on there, excluding all the duplicates. So we have 5 duplicates. That's why there's 5 that are missing from the bottom. Now this is great when it comes to extracting the unique values, and you need to keep the unique values in the data set. So for example, if you have a list of closed opportunities, there's multiple employees that have multiple closed opportunities every single month. So you want to leave the names as duplicates, but on a different spreadsheet, you could want to be able to filter them out and have a list of every single one time. Now if the duplicate shouldn't be there, you can actually use functionality built in there to remove those duplicates. So for example, you can go to data cleanup. You can go to cleanup suggestions. And if you want to look at it one at a time to remove or not remove. So not only will it recommend different remove duplicates, but it will also recommend trimming different white spaces that happen. And white space is just more than one space that appears in a value. So you can see right here, we have Atticus Stone, then a space after. There shouldn't be a space after. If you have one space after one value, and then on another value, we don't have a space. If we try to build a formula to match those up, it won't work because they're not an exact match. So that's why it's important to keep your spaces trimmed. So if I wanted to, I can click on trim all, and now those are gone, and I don't have the space after there. Now for the duplicates, you could remove it. An even easier way though is you can go to data cleanup, remove duplicates. And then it will ask you which column do you want to analyze. So if you want to check for duplicates in any single one of these columns, you could, but you could also check it within one column. So I'm going to say data has a header row, and I want to only look at the columns where it has the name as a duplicate. So if I'm doing count, for example, it will remove any of the duplicates because it's doing 1 or 2. So I'm going to look at just column A, remove duplicates. You can see that we had 5 duplicates right there. We have 49 remaining unique rows. I'll hit OK. And now you can see that all of the 2s are now listed as a 1. So that's a quick and easy way to remove all the duplicates in a matter of seconds. The last thing I want to show you is a little bit more advanced. I'm not going to get into it because, well, quite frankly, I don't fully understand the reg extract, but it's important to pass on, so that's why I'm going to pass it on. So let's say that you have a website. Sometimes websites include www, sometimes they have HTTPS, sometimes after the website they have a slash and then home or whatever they have in these. It can get very, very difficult when it comes to syncing up websites to do XLOOKUPs, building formulas, and things like that. So best practice is to simplify the website, then link it up with another simplified website. So for example, we have www.gnarlynapkins.fake.com. If you use this formula, it will extract all the different details and only show gnarlynapkins.fake.com. That would also work if I have -home, for example. It's going to remove anything that shouldn't be there other than the simplified website domain, and it will only show that. Now, the core of the formula is regex extract. You're looking up the cell, and then this is where it gets a little bit confusing for most people. But www, for example, if I delete that, I could have the www still in there. And basically what it's doing is it's looking up this value, and then it's looking up anything that's the characters. Once again, I'm not going to get into it. This is good for you to know, so save this video, come back to it. You can just type it in there and it'll work. Now, if you want to build it once and anticipate future information, you can build this formula. And an array formula, in this case, just applies this same formula as if we copied it down to every single row in the column. So all the way down to the end of column B. Now, the if is blank. It's just returning a blank if there is nothing there. So for example, in column B, there's nothing there. But if I were to type W, show NA, the reg extract doesn't work. But let's say I put https www.google.com, and then let's put sheets by Olin, whatever. You can see that we have this whole URL, and it automatically extracted google.com. You can click into it, and it will bring up Google. Now, the reason why I always build mine like this is because that way you can anticipate future data. So if you have a list of accounts that you're trying to look up, you're trying to sync it up by the website, you can extract it down to the simplified version, no matter if the list is 15 companies long or 5,000. So super easy way to make it dynamic. And it's going to have the formula in one cell. Everything else is just the value that populates as if we had the formula there, but we don't. So it's a lot easier to maintain as well. Right, now you're an expert at data cleaning and text manipulation, so you can kind of mix and match, play around with different things to meet your specific use case. If you haven't used these yet, you'll use pretty much all of them in just a matter of time. Make sure you understand how they work. That way, whenever the situation does pop up, you're ready. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you have any questions and like and comment for more.